Hello everyone and welcome back. I am Duke Silver. Today we're going to be playing the Phantom of the Opera. And yeah, this is one of the newer heroes, of course. It's been pretty fun to play. I mean, I think it recently got a change from 4 turns to 5 turns, but once you, after 5 turns, you get to cast a dramatic reveal and change your hero, and you get an extra hero slot. So, kind of an interesting one because, of course, like the possibilities are kind of endless, almost like a new take on Mask from SBB, which was definitely one of my favorite heroes. Yeah, so basically, you just want to survive and keep your health up until you get your hero change. You do start low on health. You start with -3, I believe, and with 1x2 hero attack to start. You do have to do some work. You have to play as strong as possible for the first couple turns, because those the little chip damage you take, even losing fights on level 2, will add up. You can see we're already at 23 because we took a couple demons deals here, but I think it was a necessary evil just to make sure that we're strong enough to not take damage. I'm looking at switching or selling something here for this other Elaine, just because I think the 3 power range is probably going to be better than the 2/4 sheep anyways. I'm just going to throw the spell on something, and we're not going to lock that triple. We don't really want to combine them. The level 2 treasure just isn't all that important. We just want to fill out our board. We don't want to be condensing for even for a low impact treasure. There's a couple of Mycrofts here, which is kind of, I mean, it's a 3 pair, but without any way to scale them. Like, they do get +2/+0 every time you get hero attack. So if you manage to take like a dog, the dog that races your hero attack at the beginning of combat, then that pair could be pretty enticing. But generally, I'd kind of ignore that. We take a roll, and honestly, it's a pretty unexciting shop. None of this is like really what we want. We're gonna sell a character here. We're gonna take some cats. And a 7/7. I think the 7/7 is about as effective as the demon sprite. So the demon sprite making the rest of your board lose stats just makes it really unappealing, and you can kind of give it -2/-2 when you're looking at it and considering its stats. And also, like, if it takes stats away from one of our ranged characters, like, that's worse than just a regular -1/-1, because those stats are of course better put to use on a ranged character. Consider just taking the egg here. I guess we're just gonna snap up this Romeo. I don't know, I probably should have just taken the egg there. The egg is very large, although we haven't really lost a fight yet. We are gonna take a 12/12 farmer though. I pretty much buy every single farmer that I see. Alright, we get to get our hero change here. We did lose that fight, unfortunately, dropping us down below 20. So there's a couple reasonable options. The Hercules Sundiata is really strong. I think that's probably what we're gonna go with. I mean, we get the Ascension, as well as, I mean, we're already below 20, which is a little bit unfortunate, but that doubles the permanent stats on our board, which, to be honest, doesn't really do a ton. Like, our Elaines weren't very big to begin with, and this Consti that we took is gonna revert itself back to 7/7, so that's pretty tragic, to be honest. I mean, at least the tree got some stats, so I mean, that's something anyways. The real prize is the Ascendants, and also I think this is a really good hero combination, of course, because they both get the second half of their hero powers around the same time when we drop to 8 and 6. I think it's 8 for Sundiata. Yeah, 8 for Sundiata and 6 for Hercules to get our other stat double. So, I mean, more often than not, like, you're gonna drop below or from like above 10 to below 6. So, we're probably gonna see those at the same time. We get paid off for this Romeo, finding a couple or taking this Romeo early, finding a couple of Juliets here. Romeo and Juliets they're a pretty good so what do you call it, team of units to have for Hercules. I mean, of course, if our hero power had procced already, then they would be a lot more enticing. We definitely don't want to have to drop down to 6 to get them bigger. We do find a triple here in our farmhand, so that's going to be really nice. Raising the preserve up to 80% makes this these dachshund stats that we're giving the farmer a lot better. So I think we're going to take a second one here. It doesn't have anything to put stats onto, but like it's a 7-8 by itself. Oh, we did end up repositioning to put the dachshund stats on the other dachshund, winning a fight with 1 HP there on our Juliet. Speaking of Juliet, we get to triple her. We have a choice between two just stat treasures and pirate map. I think we're gonna go with pirate map. We've got 2 pairs right now. It seems like we're relatively strong, I would say, especially with the golden Juliet putting stats onto our Romeo. There's a husky. I think we might be taking the husky here. I mean, it's just a big unit. Okay, no, I ended up deciding to roll. We were on 5, okay, because we were on 5, that's why I decided to roll that. At first I was a little confused. Yeah, I think we're just gonna take this Galahad. I mean, Galahad is a reasonable 5 now, like, especially with the addition of Kiv, just having like a decently sized unyielding royal that puts stats on things. I mean, the fact that the unyielding is really the exciting part. Speaking of exciting, we find a Haymaker here. And I think we're going to fire off this Ascendance on Haymaker. Like, that's just going to be too many stats to ignore. There's also a monkey here, which we're pretty well set up to really make use of. We can get both the Haymaker as well as the Galahad stats onto it before its entrance triggers. And for those unfamiliar, the entrance effects go in order of position. So Haymaker is going to go first, and then Galahad, and then Monkey's entrance is going to trigger. So Monkey sees all the stats from Haymaker and Galahad, and then distributes 66% of that to everything on the board. So at this point, we just want to find more Haymakers. I mean, we definitely want to get one of these level 3 triples, of course, to fill out our treasure slots to turn our pirate map active. There's a couple demons, but we're not moving in that direction. We're going to take the second monkey here. That's just going to add some more stats to our entire board. Unfortunately, we can't get the monkey. If we put the monkey on the left side of the Galahad, it won't see the Galahad trigger, because the Galahad triggers after the monkey. So we put the other monkey in 7. I maybe should have just put the Haymaker in 2, but I wanted to get the Romeo Juliet value, so I ended up taking just like a slight stat loss to the entire board in favor of Romeo Juliet positioning. Alright, we get the monkey triple, and our level 5 treasure selection is really not exciting. We do have to take something just for the sake of our pirate map here. So I think it's going to be either Silver Cross or Poison Tree. I think either one is fine. We end up going with Silver Cross. Now the upgraded monkey can go into up next to the Galahad, which means we're not going to get the stats from the second Haymaker, but I think that's fine. Speaking of Haymaker, we find a third. And I eventually decided to just put monkey in 7, so it gets all the Haymaker triggers rather than trying to get that Galahad trigger in there. And we got a pretty big Fisher King there, who does deal us a loss, dropping us to 13. Getting close to our the second part of our hero powers at least, but we are relatively low, which is not ideal anyways. There's a Fisherman Flounder. I think we are going to take that. We definitely don't want these level 3 pairs anymore. We don't care about tripling them at this point since our pirate map is active. We've got 1 5 pair right now. And yeah, there's our 5 triple, and it's a Haymaker. And so our level 7 treasure selection is not too bad. I mean, oftentimes with like this build, you just kind of want 6s. So I do think 7s are still valuable. I mean, of course, the Holy Grail is still incredible. Like if you get like a Fairytale or something, like you can pretty easily take over the lobby. But if you get the opportunity, I would say it's probably worth getting a level 6, getting a look at a level 6 treasure if you have the option. Like if you have you're offered like a 4 triple relatively early, then I think it's worth firing it off on farmers. I mean, because the drum roll is so powerful and so important for the comp, or I don't even know if it's important. It's it just kind of puts you over the top. We're just gonna dump 3 food spells into our monkey here. So the fisherman tripling or doubling those food stats are gonna distribute a bunch of extra stats to the board. Again, not interested in these. We're gonna take the herding dog. I'm not a big fan of herding dog in general, although it is an upgrade over Galahad, and also we get a look at a level 6 treasure. Unfortunately, no drum roll for us here. It's just gonna be an easy bottled lightning, I think. Although, like, the Pirate's Safe was also a consideration, because if we take Pirate's Safe, we've got that level 3 triple. We could just look at another 7, but I do like bottled lightning quite a bit, because I mean, long term, I think eventually we're gonna be trying to just throw a good boy in slot 1 there. And also we've got another Holy Grail proc, so if we find like a Doppelganger Diamond, the bottled lightning Doppelganger Diamond is such a potent combination. And yeah, one of the reasons that like I've been a little bit more sporadic with my content is like I feel like a lot of games just boil down to just playing farmers. So like this is what a lot of my games look like nowadays, and like especially with like a tournament coming up, I think the best game plan, at least the game plan that I've been implementing on ladder, is basically just like farmers is the #1 game plan. You just want to just play tempo until 5, and then see if you hit haymaker. And then if you don't, you kind of have to work on a secondary plan. But I think your #1 game plan should probably just be farmers. It's just so powerful. We got the good boy triple there with the Doppelganger Diamond. Like I said, Doppelganger Diamond, bottled lightning's super powerful here. Just a ton of stats on the good boy. They don't even pop. This is the Fisher King that destroyed us earlier. They don't even pop one of our good boys there. And not to mention the bottled lightning with the monkey. So monkey, of course, just like throws those stats back onto the good boy, which do get doubled. So we get a lot of or the initial stats, anyways, like the haymaker and fisherman flounder stats that the monkey gets get applied to the good boy anyhow. They do have a couple haymakers, which I wouldn't mind stealing. We could definitely use more preserve. We want to get as much preserve on our non-farmer characters as possible. I considered the haymaker or the milkwoman, but we're pretty far past the point of milkwoman. Milkwoman is a very powerful piece of food. You kind of want to speculate on it on 4. Like you don't want to like spend too much gold taking units that don't do anything. But if you do find the haymaker and you have a milkwoman, like you're very set up for success. You can take like we had the Dachshund earlier. If we'd seen a milkwoman, I probably would have taken the Dachshund, and we are going to take another haymaker just for more preserve on our good boy and monkey. The more stats we preserve, the more potent the fisherman is. And yeah, I thought that we'd get another fight. Otherwise, I would have thrown the other good boy in over one of the haymakers. But yeah, no, we just make very short work and end the opponent in 1 turn. Let me know if you enjoyed that. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I've got a lot of food games kind of saved up, but like I don't know. I feel like if I just keep putting out the same comp, the content gets very stale. So yeah, that's kind of why one of the reasons that I've had to be more sporadic. I mean, among other reasons that I've said before as well, but. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Good luck to anyone who's participating in the tournament tomorrow. I will see you out there battling it out. And yeah, I'll see you next time.